Welcome back into Hodge Podge. We've got a couple of minutes left here with our guests from Partnership for Health. And Karen and Karen, you guys want to give an update on Surge?
I'll start and then I'll let Karen fill in the blanks. Because Karen really worked with a group of a leadership team to start, it's called Showing Up for Racial Justice. And it's really important in this day and age that we learn as much as we can about people that are not like us and that we help make our community a stronger place. And this last Sunday, a year after the death of George Floyd, this local group had a march in honor of George Floyd, and about 13 people showed up. And as they marched with their signs, they got a lot of people honking and a lot of support. And I just and then they did a moment of silence, actually 9 minutes and 29 seconds of silence, because that's how long he was held down. So Karen, why don't you fill in the blanks a little bit more about Surge than that?
Sure, thanks, Jenny. Surge really came out of this movement because as public health has recognized systemic racism as a top health priority, there is really an opportunity to talk about what does that look like locally and where can we create change. And so people came together to figure out a plan to identify how we can address systemic racism across the community and talk about that. And I know that word itself can be triggering to people sometimes. And so I just want to share that this is a place that you can come to learn and grow. It's not about judgment. It's about how can we learn? How can we do better? So it's a place to find educational resources and also to be able to identify how can you act? Like, what does it look like to show up? And with the George Floyd event that was held, one of the things we hear about really is about law enforcement and about supporting law enforcement versus supporting people of color. And I just want to share a quick quote about that. Brene Brown asked, can you care about the well-being of police officers and at the same time be concerned about abuses of power and systemic racism in the criminal justice system? And the answer is yes. You can care about both things. And so as people we're showing up in solidarity for George Floyd, we recognize that there are law enforcement officers in the area. We are all people, we're all humans. We care about each other and we care about ensuring that we're addressing abuses of power and thinking about how we can do better so that all people can be healthy. And that means really looking at the statistics that show that there is a problem. There is a system that operates in a way that people of color are not being treated the same as white people. And so if you want to learn more about it and really understand what does that mean, how do we know that exists and what does it look like and how can you take action, not just on this issue, but a broader subject. You can join Surge. You can look at the educational opportunities. There's a couple of them that are coming up. We share on our Facebook and just take the opportunity to learn and grow.
Gals, we are at time here this morning. Thanks for being with us today on Hodge Podge.